What is up, guys? It's your boy Brandon Gross, self-taught designer. And this video is about for those of you who are feeling discouraged in your web design career. You know, on Instagram, a lot of you guys DM me about you're feeling discouraged because you're not getting the results, you're not seeing this coming to fruition, you're not seeing that come to fruition, so you're just feeling really tired. So this video is for you guys, and because I totally understand the frustration that comes with trying to build new skills and not seeing the growth. Before we get into this, if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Brandon Gross. I'm a self-taught designer. I work with brands such as Disney Den and Huggies. And this channel is all about building your brand and getting paid like you should as a designer. So with that, if you guys are new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. So for those of you who are looking for encouragement or feeling discouraged, I have 3 things to say before we even get into the numbers. Learning new skills take time. Regardless of what you do, things take time, and it's about how much focus and attention and grind you're really putting into that time to learn that new skill. So with that, this video is for those of you who are like, you feel it's taking too long, you don't know where to start, and not seeing results. This video is for you. I'm gonna give you guys some encouragement. So with that said, personal story. So I've been in design for a long ass time. Not even long, but just the amount of effort. Probably about 8-ish years just building up my portfolio, getting it to a place, especially moving from as an artist who wanted to be a tattoo artist into design and then UI, UX. It took me 8 years to get into that role, and moving from art to then graphic design and then to UI UX into a position that I actually wanted to get into. It took a long time. It took a lot of learning, a lot of sitting down and grinding the books, like understanding concepts, ideas, how to come up with my own ideas, what works, what doesn't. But what I learned was, and this is extremely key, is to focus on a very few of the things in UI UX. There's a lot of things to learn, like especially I always tell you guys to go out there and read, but of course your answer is read what? Because there's a lot of stuff out there. So what I really encourage you guys to do is really hit down on those fundamental things. Really focus on your fundamentals. Once you have your fundamentals down of whatever industry you're trying to get into, go to that next level and start grinding in a particular skill set. So for UI, that's a particular skill set. Getting all the design fundamentals, getting a particular style of your own, what are the trends, etc. For UX, it's understanding how people operate. What is the best page solution to get a user to behave like this? Or if you want a user to act in a certain way, what do you need to do on that page to get them to act accordingly? And same thing as a web designer. Understand the fundamentals of code, or even if not that, understand how WYSIWYG programs work so that you can then facilitate what you're trying to do with the UX and the UI, so you can actually build those things with HTML and CSS and JavaScript or a WYSIWYG program. But really the key thing here is things take time, things take focus, meaning you don't need to learn everything under the sun. Just be really good at 1 or 2 things within a specific skill set. And then 3 is patience, because things take a long time. Like I said, 8 years just to get to where I am. In my understanding, you have your focus, be very good at what it is that you do within that skill set. So for example, like I've had many videos about this, as an artist, I'm able to do the UI, and then I've translated it into UX to understand those things and how being able to get a user to do what I want through pretty things. So that was how I learned UX. And then getting into web development in order to learn how to actually build the things that I was creating on the screen. And then learning very focused skill sets, one at a time. It wasn't everything. So I learned UI, then I transitioned to UX, then I transitioned to web development. And then now I'm able to use all 3 in tandem to create something. But stay focused in that one thing you're trying to do, whether that's starting with UI first, starting with UX first, or starting with web development. Just get the fundamentals and start building day by day by day. A really big key that has helped me learn a lot of things in a very short period of time is the concept of chipping away. So I normally, when I'm learning a new skill, I cut out minimum 30 minutes per day, every day, Monday through Sunday, to focus on that skill for 30 minutes. And my day does not end until I do those 30 minutes of whatever that new skill is. A lot of people try to dump like 2 hours, 3 hours of one skill learning piece, you know, once a week. That's or one day a week. That's a lot, and your brain is going to be inefficient at that time of learning, especially, and it's going to be harder to learn and cram with a new skill in 3 hours a day. It's not going to be as efficient as if you worked on that thing for a consistent amount of time per day. And as you get more and more comfortable, you would expand the amount of time allotted to that skill set per day. So once you're in about 2 weeks of learning this skill, and now you have a pretty good knack for it since you've been working on it for at least 30 minutes a day, then you will break it up to maybe 45 minutes a day, an hour, and then you work on it for an hour in a day. So that consistency, just like using the small bits of time in my day just to hit on the new skills consistently over time, allow quicker learning. It takes into account patience because everybody has a busy schedule, and if you can just get an hour a day or 30 minutes a day just for that new skill, you will be improving incrementally, and you can also still focus on what you've been focusing on, and there's a lot less stress. It's just slow chipping, slow chipping, slow chipping. But on the other hand, if you were to do like the 3 hours in one day, especially with a new skill, it's very hard to do. It's slow growth, slow repeated habits, and your body and mind will be more acclimated in learning that way, because the body and mind operate in habits. So if you teach your mind and your body that you do this specific thing at this specific hour for this long every day, it will start to get in that pattern of learning that new thing. So that's just my little technique of whenever I learn a new skill, and something I want to encourage you all to do for those of you who are feeling not knowing where to start or how to go about starting, or not knowing how long it takes. It takes time. I was not always in my current position. It was just slow, gradual growth to where I am today. So guys, I just really want to give you guys encouragement. It takes time, it takes focus, and it takes patience to get where you want to be. And if you are where you are right now, that's a good thing. That means you're being in a position that is in need of you to solve the problems that are around you in order to get to the next level. And that is all through time, focus, and patience. So with that, guys, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Keep grinding, because it takes a lot of grind time, and I know you guys can do it, because the only effort or the only thing that is keeping you back is time. Use your time efficiently, focus in the time allotted, and be patient while working within the time and while you're focusing. So guys, I hope that was helpful. Comment below what your #1 struggle is. What do you guys find harder, learning or figuring out where to learn, finding the time, or being able to focus on specific things? So like you don't know what to focus on. So drop any one of those three in the comments below, and I'll get back to you, because I do want to make a video on specific items to work on to get to that next step. I do have a few, and I'll put them in the description, so definitely check those out. But other than that, guys, comment, like this video, subscribe. All right guys, Brandon Groves, self-taught designer, out.